Hey, what's up everybody? It's that magic guy here. Welcome back to my channel. I have a real treat for you today. We're diving into what I consider to be one of the most mind-blowing effects in all of card magic. This is, without a doubt, the holy grail of all card tricks. Any card at any number, also known as ACAAN. This trick is legendary in the magic community because of its sheer impossibility. Think about it. Your spectator chooses a suit, then mentally selects a card within that suit. Not only that, but they go through a series of seemingly random calculations in their heads, yet somehow against all logic their chosen card appears exactly at the number they arrive at. The best part is it all happens in their head, until the final reveal you don't know the number or the card they are thinking of. Crazy, right? Well, today I'm going to teach you exactly how to perform this miracle, and I promise, once you master it, you'll have a reputation-making effect in your arsenal. First, you approach a spectator and ask them to name any suit. Hearts, diamonds, clubs, or spades. The choice is entirely theirs, and that's what makes this effect feel so fair and impossible. Let's say they go for hearts. Now, you tell them, alright, in a standard deck of playing cards, each suit has 13 cards, ranging from ace to king. I want you to silently think of any number between 1 to 13, but don't say it out loud. Just keep it locked in your mind. Oh, and remember, picture cards have values too. Jacks are 11, queens are 12, and kings are 13. Got it? They nod. At this point, they have mentally selected a card. Let's say they thought of the number 3, so their card becomes the 3 of hearts. Again, this is all in their mind. They never tell you. Then you add another layer of randomness. You tell them, to make things even more unpredictable, I want you to take that number and double it in your head. So in this case, they had the number 3 and they doubled it to 6. Then you say, let's go even further. Take that new number and double it again. Now they're thinking of 6 multiplied by 2, which is 12. At this moment, you remind them, so you're thinking of a number and you're thinking of a card. The two have been selected in a completely random way, right? And yet, something incredible is about to happen. Then you tell them that you are going to deal cards one by one and you want the spectator to count in their mind to the number they are thinking of and tell you to stop whenever you reach their number. You then slowly and deliberately pick up the deck of cards and begin to count. 1, 2, 3. Each card is dealt face down onto the table as you count. 4, 5, 6, 7. They tell you to stop at this point. You carefully place the card on the table. At this moment, you pause dramatically. You then ask them, what was the card you originally thought of? They say, 3 of hearts. You turn over the 12th card. It's the 3 of hearts. Boom. Now that you've seen the effect in action, let's break it down step by step so you can perform it flawlessly. This trick relies on a clever prearranged setup. Before the performance, you organize your deck in a very specific way. Here's how it works. You arrange the cards so that each suit runs in perfect order from king down to ace. You then alternate the colors, red suit, black suit, red suit, black suit, and place these 4 packets in a row. You then memorize a simple number sequence. 10, 7, 4. Why? Because this allows you to manipulate the order of the deck in a way that remains undetectable to your audience. You bring the 10 to the top for the first pile, followed by the 7 for the second pile, and finally the 4 for the third pile. This subtle rearrangement ensures that no matter what number your spectator arrives at, the correct card will always land at the perfect spot. Then you simply take one card from each pile going left to right and create a stack. This stack is pretty similar to the STUMPED stack, the only difference being it's not in the chased order, which is clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds. Then, for the final step, I give the deck a cut to make sure I have the King of Hearts at the bottom of the deck. Then finally, you are ready to begin the trick with this setup. At the start of the trick, you ask your spectator to name a suit. If the king of the suit they name is already positioned correctly at the bottom of the deck, you're good to go. Like for this example, if they name hearts, you're good to go. But if they name a different suit, you need to make a quick adjustment without them noticing. Here's how. You casually tell them, I'm going to place one very special card in a very specific location before we begin and before you even select your card. While saying this, you secretly reposition the correct suit to the bottom of the deck by cutting the king of their selected suit to the bottom of the deck. Let's say for the sake of this tutorial, they name the suit spades. You then cut the king of spades to the bottom of the deck, and then set the deck face down on the table and proceed with the trick as normal. Then comes the part of choosing a random number. The doubling process is what makes this part of the trick feel so random and impossible. But in reality, it's a psychological force disguised as a mathematical choice. Here's the genius behind it. You ask the spectator to think of a number between 1 to 13, explaining that this number will help them think of a particular card of their selected suit of spades. Let us assume the spectator picks a number of 5, which they think is completely random. You ask them that right now they must be having a randomly generated card in their mind, to which they agree. The spectator at this point has 5 of spades as their selected card. You then instruct them to double this value, seemingly adding more randomness. You tell them to double it again, creating an even larger, unpredictable number. Now they have reached at the number 20, and the card they are thinking of is 5 of spades. They are under the impression that this number and the card is completely random. The best part is, till this point, you don't even know their number or their chosen card. It seems impossible to divine this card a number, let alone magically making their card appear at their own number. However, thanks to the prearranged stack, the math always leads them to a number that corresponds perfectly to their chosen card's position in the deck. Because the deck is already structured, all you need to do is deal down the cards one by one and ask them to count and say stop whenever you reach their number. In this case, you deal down cards slowly one by one, and the spectator stops you at the 20th card. You then turn over the card that they stopped you at, and it is of course their chosen card. The 5 of spades. The trick works itself. You don't need sleight of hand, and yet it feels like the most impossible thing ever witnessed. Now that you understand the mechanics, let me share some tips to elevate your presentation. Slow down the count. When dealing down the cards at the end, make sure to count at a steady pace. This builds suspense and anticipation. Use eye contact. Keep your spectators engaged by making eye contact and narrating the trick confidently. Practice the deck setup. The key to success is knowing the prearranged order inside out. Spend time memorizing and rehearsing until you can reset the deck without even thinking about it. The main part is cutting the king of their chosen suit to the bottom. This version of any card at any number is, without a doubt, one of the most deceptive and entertaining versions out there. Whether you're performing for friends, family, or even experienced magicians, this trick will leave them speechless. So if you enjoyed this tutorial and want more incredible magic secrets, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with another amazing tutorial. Stay magical!